بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه ثم أما بعد. Dear ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So I'm here today to talk about my visit to LEAP. And it's the 4th edition of LEAP. And I was lucky enough to attend all of the 4 editions of LEAP. So I witnessed the development among each one of them. It's such an amazing conference. And again, the idea behind it was to create a disruption in the area, in the region, where the kingdom of Saudi Arabia will be the hub of technology. And a quick look at the numbers of LEAP. So again, the area in the Riyadh Exhibitor Center, it is more than 150,000 square meters, such a huge area, and the organization for this year was amazing. Anyone went there, and I asked them, they said it was smoothly organized. So this is something really to be proud of. And again, the number of the visitors, it's more than 200,000 visitors this year. After LEAP numbers and a background of LEAP and the history of LEAP, I'll be talking about 2 main things. My focus in today's session is about AI, trust, data, and being a disruptor. So let's start with one of the interesting presentation that I had the pleasure to attend by Mr. Lambert. Mr. Lambert is a Chief Data and AI, and it's very important to say his role, because during his presentation on the DeepFest stage, he was talking about the emerging technology and their effect on our societal and the long future. So here I will take a moment and I will ask you, what is the meaning of emerging technology? And by the way, I will be throwing questions and I have some gifts to give away. So who knows the definition, just raise your hand, define emerging technologies and give examples of them. Anyone, feel free.
You're raising your hands.
I know I'm raising my hand to encourage you to raise your hands. What's the meaning of emerging technologies? Yes, Abu Hassan.
Yes, emerging technologies like that are becoming new in the world, and they are rapidly spreading, and we are getting involved in many of the areas in life, business, and also life.
Perfect. This is a great answer. Do we have another answer, Mr. Ashraf?
Before I give the gift away. This is your last chance.
Yes. Go ahead, please. So it's a notepad and a pen.
Thank you.
Very interesting technology, and the technology what we have.
Okay.
And keeping that base, we try to emerge the new technology with and flourish filament technology.
Great. Great answer. Allah يعطيك العافية, Mr. Ashraf. So emerging technologies basically. He was the first one. So emerging technologies, basically, it's a terminology used talking about AI, blockchain, IoT. Those are the emerging technologies. And basically, the idea behind it, these technologies are disruptive technologies where they are going to replace some industries or create new industries and new opportunities. So this is the meaning of emerging technologies. In his presentation, though, he was talking about the importance of focusing on our unique skills as a human being. And we are here to communicate, to collaborate, and to interact with each other. In the next slide, I have a video. Hopefully it will work. I'm not sure if they sound because it was not tested. It's not working. He was here talking about how it is important to collaborate, and he said we are all here, pointing to the audience in the stage, to learn from each other, to collaborate, to exchange knowledge and information. So to hear this information from Chief Data and AI, it's very important, and it tells you something. And of course, he wrote an interesting article called The Age of Trust. I might distribute this article with you for those who are interested, talking about the Deloitte's statement of AI 2024 report, where it said employees' distrust in AI is the main obstacle of deploying and adapting AI technology in corporate. So we need to be careful of that and understand if we are, this is not working at all, if we want to adapt AI, it happens different.
Give the gift to Ashraf.
Really? I'm sorry, Mr. Ashraf. Give him one. Give him one. Yes. I'm sorry. See, mashallah.
Now it's important.
تفضل تفضل. So, this is Mr. Lambert and his statement. Now I'll be moving to the next or second interesting article, or I'm going to use this as a segue to the next article because I have not seen this lady. And her article is about data. So it starts with data. And as all of us know, data is the lifeblood of every single model of AI. When it comes to data, this lady, another lady called Anne, Director Clinical Applications in Canada Hospitals, she was talking about how to make the patient journey smooth and utilize the data that they are getting. So they basically did a survey, and they found out that people do not even know that what they are entering in the survey or during their application entering the hospital, they don't consider these as data. So this shows you the gap of knowledge between people and other entities. And of course, she tried to work on the process and make the registration through system by the patient himself to make sure that the data are accurate, to increase the data quality. So that was
Here, data means
really
what basically you are discussing? Which sort of data? She's to be.
healthcare data, particularly, especially for patient who enter to register their information and get diagnosed or whatever.
Just an example.
Yes, exactly.
Just example.
So that's Miss Anne. Now I'll be moving to leaving the disruption, data and AI at the forefront. And indeed, we started this disruption during last week by gathering and talking with the Data Alliance community. This community was created by Mr. Muhammad Imad. And the idea of our meeting last week, just after the visit of Leap, is to tell the people and the members of the community that your contribution is vital. We need everyone to be involved so that the culture of Al-Majzoui is revolving around data, analytics, and they understand what they are utilizing. We don't want to go to our Miss Ain survey where we'll find that people don't understand even that the data that they're entering, it's called data, and it affects the quality and the analysis for their organization or hospital, in Miss Anna example. So I'm here also to tell you, this is not a one team show. It's not a one department show. Yes, it's with the leadership of Mr. Muhammad Imad and support of our director, Mr. Michael, but we need every single one of you to contribute in this community and to help spread the idea of data and analytics among the company and other departments. So the takeaways of my visit and the call of action is disturb, and start with yourself. Disturb yourself, get out of your comfort zone, start learning, reading, helping each other, change and exchange information, and keep learning. And before my conclusion, let me also ask you a simple question, because I believe I still have one to give away. Yes, yes, I have one. What is the difference between misinformation and disinformation as an IT people? Yes.
Intent. Misinformation is wrong information. Disinformation is intentionally misleading information.
MashaAllah.
اديله يا ابني عضها
Yes. It is a
شكرا جزيلا.
لا ده انت هتمسك الداتا لاينز بقى.
Question time now. I'm done with my presentation. So if you have any questions, I'm ready. Or comment, please go.
I had a question, Fahd. So firstly, thank you. Well presented and interesting. So when it comes to trust, right, in AI, and when it comes to employees trusting, right, the AI or what we're doing, did they give any examples or any suggestions as to what we need to do or what companies need to think of to give people like employees and others that they trust?
Perfect question. And he mentioned that in his article, indeed. He talked about frameworks. I don't recall all of them, but yes, he talked about frameworks, about government, and transparency, making sure that employees understand that the AI is not going to affect their role and replace it. So basically, those are the things and steps that he was talking about in his article. So yes, definitely. Thank you for the question.
There is no straight answer to that.
I'm against
You will find different rules, but never a straight answer. And it comes with a lot of change management, of course.
I don't think Fahad what he said it's so correctly. I'm against about replacing the role. What we see now with the company, especially on AI implementation, like Amazon, last 2 weeks they replaced about 2,000 employees by AI and robotics. So I believe, yes, AI is going to replace in the sooner future the employees in specific roles. What we're having in the future, I believe, it's going to be a little bit scary. Yeah.
So some jobs will be replaced. That's fact.
So
Same
that
as
means we have
any
to be
disruptive
strict.
technology. Yet new jobs will be created, and that's why it's very important
That's the point.
to level up your skills.
I got it, but not all people they can improve their skills. Right? Like now AI, especially in the DeepSeek, it's multiple 1,000 smarter than a human. This is now the result for the AI. Now it's become more smarter. What we are going to see in the next 5 years, a lot of roles it's going to be replaced. So yeah.
Thank you for mentioning that. I was listening to a video for a gentleman, and he said a fantastic. It was during one of the panels, and he said, speaking of AI being smarter than us and exceeding all the intelligence limits. He said, "Are you the smartest person on the earth? Are you the most handsome person on the earth?" The answer is no. There are other smart people on the earth. Let me complete my sentence. So he said, so related to the smartest person on the earth, he said, "Are you afraid of that person, of a person who's smarter than you?" No, we are not afraid. We are here to
We are not afraid
live
for sure.
together. Yes.
We are not
So
afraid.
again, adaptability, leveling up our skills, and collaboration as a human. It's a very important, I would say, skill that we have, and we need to work on it. Communicate, transparency, empathy, exchanging knowledge, supporting each other. That's how we grow, and that's how we reached all these emerging technologies, basically.
One thing I'll tell you something. When we talk about AI, we consider like a ghost. No one is trying to face the reality of it. Here, each one of us is trying to speak of something in the cloud. It's not a fact. Actually, the thing is that the change is the nature. AI is nothing. But no human will create another human more powerful than himself. AI cannot be more stronger than us. Remember this. The second era of change is about to begin. This is the preparation of it. Something which is going to come is yet to come. This is just the beginning of it. Now, none of us job will be replaced. We will be doing something else.
That's the point.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, thanks, guys.
Change our topic, actually.
And guys, it's not
Just one last comment. I have no influence at all on what Emil said.
I didn't.
I didn't see the presentation.
Well, I think the takeaway for me, Amor, from all of this is with AI and all the advancements your team are making, you don't have to hire more people. Your team is big enough as it is. Guys, and ladies, these are fantastic conversations to have. Right, this is exactly what we want to stimulate, right? These kinds of conversations, these kinds of thought processes, and the discussions, right? It makes us think, it refines the argument, and it helps our own understanding, right? So, well done, firstly, for presenting, and well done for all of you who are asking questions, right? And who have a view, right? This is exactly what we want, right? We want people with strong opinions, we want people with views. And we want people to challenge this, right? So well done. I think I always say, well, I think I'm a bit older than most of you, and I think I've been around the block maybe a few times more than many of you have been. Just my observations on this, right? And I think Ashraful, he answered it in part, or to some extent, what I wanted to say. If you look at the long history, right, AI is only one new blip on a big, long continuum, right, of things that have happened before and of more things that are going to come, right? In the 60s and the 50s and 60s, when mainframe computers started, in the late 70s, early 80s, when the personal computer arrived, right? The people in those days, our parents, our grandparents, were having the same conversations, right? The computer, the mainframe is going to replace us. It's going to replace our jobs, right? It's going to take away, people are going to be redundant. It's going to be bad for everybody. Were there a few people that have lost their jobs? Quite possibly, right? But employment levels today, right, are no lower or no higher than they were in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and they won't be any different because of AI or because of any of these other technologies that are supposedly going to take people's jobs, right? Another good example may be, I was looking or listening to something about AI the other day. AI brings, what does AI give us? Right? It gives us efficiency, or the ability to aggregate huge amounts of data and to produce something mostly quicker than humans can be, right? But it doesn't mean we stop having human intervention, right? What it means, if you're a marketer and you need to create a marketing campaign, for example, right? to be able to do the market research, to go to Google it, right, to talk to read books, to aggregate all the information. Takes days, takes weeks. Create a marketing campaign, right? But with AI, you could probably do it in an hour, 2 hours today. But before you publish the campaign, you still need a marketing manager or a marketing administrator to validate what is there, right? To make sure that it's accurate, that it's all valid, right? That it can be trusted, right? And then you distribute it. It just means that, you know, instead of doing one marketing campaign every month, you can do 3 or 4 now, right? So, and again, I think the points were made. It does mean, right, that we need to keep up. There is a little bit of a challenge there for us, right, to keep our skills current, to ensure that, you know, ourselves, our kids one day, right, for those who've got kids who are coming, that they train themselves appropriately, right, to be able to deal with these things as they arise. But
One thing I'll share it actually. Apart from happening geopolitics and all everything happening and all bottom on AK-47, as of today, the amount of people is alive have ever died in history.
Yeah.
So many things bad happening, but still the amount of people alive on Earth is more than they ever died in history. So if anything happens, let's welcome it.